Hey guys, you're welcome again to my YouTube space. Now, still on the VDM arrest, the Economic and Financial Crime Commission released a public statement just about 4 hours ago stating the reason for his arrest. Now, in a nutshell, they are saying that there are a series of petitions bordering on financial crimes that has been filed against VDM. They said that he refused to show up in spite of several invitations that they have given to him, like they said, through his known address and medium of communication. Do you believe that? Let's go on. They also mentioned that they got a remand order from the courts and that he has been offered an administrative bail and will be released upon fulfillment of those bail conditions. Now, let's analyze the public statement released by the commission. First, the commission said that they have series of petitions against him bordering on financial crime. That this means when they say series, it's not like one petition or two petitions. People have been writing petition against VDM for months, maybe since last month or so. Well, if you ask me, in my opinion, and I strongly have this opinion, I think that there is no petition. I don't believe that there was a pre-existing petition, because if there's any, even in this case, I think the petition they are referring to was made during the arrest or while he was even in custody. If you know you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your notification and like my video. You are missing out big time on this gist. I bring to you legal and educative content. Please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Now, on the second issue raised by them, this is as to the fact that they've made several invitations to him and he dishonored them. I strongly believe this as well. You know why? VDM is a very outspoken person, and if you've been following VDM video, you will realize that everything that happens in his life, he posts it out there, except they are very private. Now, if they've actually given VDM an invitation, the whole Nigeria would have been aware of this petition. He was even saying in one of his videos that he's waiting for them to invite him so he can tell them how corrupt they are. So now, how can someone who publicly told you that she is waiting for you to give him an invite dishonor an invitation? If you follow VDM, you will realize that whenever he has an invitation with any of these security agencies, either police or any agency at all, he usually notify his fans and tell them. And even when he could, just imagine when he went to the National Assembly, when they came to his house, So I strongly disbelieve that this statement pulled out by the commission is actually true. On the third issue, the commission stated that they obtained a remand order. That means they made an application on oath to actually get that order. How possible is that? Well, I strongly disbelieve this remand order, because which honorable court will actually serve a remand order without a reasonable ground for believing that the suspect may escape or tamper with evidence? When did they make the application on oath? Why didn't they post the application? Why didn't they back their assertions with evidence? I think that this whole public statement is actually false, in my opinion. Oh, are they saying that the EFCC went through all this without VDM even having a clue at some points? Because it takes a while to actually invite someone, right? Get an application for remand order. Even if the application is ex parte, move the remand order and start the... No. It takes a while. So I think this is actually false. Despite the fact that they released the press statement, it is very obvious, like it is glaring, that this whole thing was just arranged after his arrest was made. I still do not have a clear understanding on why VDM was arrested. The statement is not clear and it looks like a damage control to me, considering that people have been going out, rioting and asking for his release. So I think it's like a damage control. The falsehood in that statement is so obvious. One thing with VDM is the fact that when he makes any assertion, he backs them up with evidence. And when you bring up things like this online, you have to back them up with evidence and not just releasing a press statement. For the commission to put out a statement of this nature for the whole world to see without a concrete evidence is very shallow. Like, it's so shallow, and it is obvious that they did not follow due process. in that arrest. If you ask me, in my opinion, they would have actually stuck with the cyber stalking that was, should I say, that people were suspecting was the reason for his arrest, because they also have the right to arrest on that ground. Or is it that EFCC don't know that they have the right? Are they not aware that they can actually arrest someone for cyber stalking? Well, I don't know. I think it would have been more credible for them to stick on cyber stalking, because the whole Nigeria know that VDM is not engaged in fraud. But however, he can be guilty of cyber stalking. And do you know the most amusing thing about this whole thing? They spelled his name as Martins Innocent. That means he's really innocent. Not Martins Vincent, but Martins Innocent. His lawyer came online stating that despite the press release that they have not gotten any bail conditions, like they asserted that they want to give him administrative bail. I think all this statement was just as a result of the whole riot, the youths coming out yesterday to actually riot and ask for his release. I think this is really the reason why they posted that statement online. Anyways, follow me on my next video as I'll bring to you all legal and educative stories. Thank you, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel.